Okay, welcome back to 50 Targeted Traffic Methods for Online Business. In this video, we're going to be talking about setting up your own blog. Now, basically, you can do this with free blogs such as Blogger or WordPress.com. I'm going to suggest that you don't do that. If you're going to be in this niche long term and you really want to make money in it, when you set up a blog, you want to have your own site on your own domain. So I'm going to suggest that you get cPanel and hosting. I'm going to show you what that means here in a minute, so don't worry about it. You're basically going to set up a WordPress site because WordPress is the most flexible and it is the most versatile. Now, obviously, if you have a comfort level with another way of making a site, you can do that. But as you update, as you grow, as you get used to sharing your content, WordPress is going to be very easy for you to be able to do that without having to know a lot of code. Okay, now what you'll need to do, of course, is you'll need to figure out your keywords. And in the resource section, there is a resource there on what you can do in terms of keyword research. We'll also be talking about that a little later on in the course. But in terms of blogging, you'll want to know what your audience is talking about and what they're thinking about. Of course, you'll want to connect and bookmark your blog. But basically, what I'm going to show you here is I'm going to show you how to set up your WordPress blog. Now, these are all general suggestions, being consistent, writing what's interesting to others. These are all things that you're going to want to do in order to make sure that you're attracting people to your site and ultimately attracting people to what you're selling. When you have a blog, you want to make sure that you're adding to the conversation, and then you want to make sure that everything that you're doing, you're linking back to your offer. Basically, a blog is about your personal experience as you learn about your niche, and one of the best ways to do that, of course, is with interviews and guest posts. Now, let's take a look at setting up your blog. And basically, in order to get set up, if you don't know how to do this, just go to HostGator here. I just Googled HostGator, set up some hosting there. In general, one of the best places to get your domain name is going to be GoDaddy. You can also use Namecheap.com. Remember that when you set up your hosting and domain name, you want to have one with cPanel. And this is basically what cPanel looks like. And one of the reasons why you want to have cPanel is because cPanel has something in it called Fantastico, and that's what I'm circling there. Fantastico allows you to basically, at a push of a button, set up some really neat applications for your website. One of which, in particular, is WordPress. And so you don't have to be a coder. You don't have to be a genius. All you got to do is pretty much follow the instructions and do a new installation of WordPress. You'll do that on your actual domain. You'll decide where it is, and it's all very straightforward in terms of setting up your blog, and you will have then your own blog on your own domain. So now, just in recap, I know I went over this kind of fast. Once your blog is set up, you are really trying to connect with other people in your niche. So you're going to need to bookmark it. You want to be consistent in your posting. You want to make sure you're writing what's interesting. And of course, your blog is going to be about what you're learning as you learn it. Okay, and you're going to develop a following of people who are going to want to follow what it is that you're learning. Now, you're going to have to connect with people and get involved with other people in the niche. And of course, one of the best ways to do that, as I mentioned before in my comments, that you can do that with interviewing people in the niche who are influential, as well as allowing people to guest post, as well as guest posting on other blogs. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video.